Morning, top of the morning, you know the vibes. Rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the soul. So, happy Sunday morning to y'all. Let me check my levels real quick. I was like, yo, then from walking the door, man. Oh, man. Okay. Back upstairs in the cut, right? But let me check something real quick. Make sure y'all hear me loud and clear. Before I proceed with the proceed, shout out to Coach Prime in Colorado, what they doing. Dion, they already hating, but you're gonna really see because what Coach Prime is doing right now, I don't think college football is ready for. What this was the third consecutive week, right? Let me show y'all here. This was the third consecutive week of this, right? Well, like the celebrities, just different people riding the wave, right? And college football. Okay, we sounded good. We sounded A1 good. Just had to make sure. But this was like the third, I think the third week. Where he has, Offset. Who else was there? Key Glock, The Rock, even Master P, right? I seen P. The celebrities popping out for him, right? I just think like is a person. Everybody, we might it might do this. I gotta get the frequency rocking up here, and I gotta get it rocking up here upstairs. The router. I don't know. The router might be taking a little time because I see normally downstairs if I'm in the room or the living room, wherever, it don't bounce in and out like that. But up here, I notice a lot of the bouncing. I don't know what that's about, man. I don't know what that's about. But this is the Source Experience, hottest underground king. Trend center. Shout out to WS last night. I was over there in the chat roasting motherfuckers because that's what I'm gonna do. Especially and if I feel like you do is disrespectful, I'm on my Shakur Stevenson. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson for having the Source look like what I am, the Source. I told you Frank Mon was a sucker. I'm back on that vibe right now. Frank, come out and make a statement. Shakur violated you. Are you a fighter or what, man? He called you a bitch. Said you was pussy. And if you're mad at me for repeating what he's saying, I'll just jump on the people that are defending you, right? And this is why I understand why I don't really mesh well in the internet community, because the internet community, you have a lot of people standing up and defending your actions, Frank Martin, right? And for various reasons, because like I said, bitch niggas and bitches fuck with that type of energy, right? Whereas I'm more, I watch what you do and judge you off of what you do and how you carry it. But Shakur Stevenson really just stepped on this dude, bro. And for all of you to be out there putting out content defending him and the play suckers and bitches, just not stand up type of individuals, because y'all been defending 2 weeks now, right? And be 2 weeks, but not only that, Shakur has one of the biggest platforms right now, and aired him out. $1 million worth of game is a big platform with a lot of eyes on it. Not only did he air him out, he exposed him and called him out of his name. Said he was pussy. said he was a bitch. I'm gonna play it. Right. We still have no answer from Frank. We still have no answer from Frank's handles, Man Down Promotions. But what we do have answers from is, let me get my coffee. Went up to shout out to Speedway. Yo, Speedway, man, listen, I know it's the local one, but holla at me. But yeah, so I think Shakur just it's on a different level. Yeah, shout out to Wise Eye. You said Shakur just really like violated him, man. He called the professional prize fighter contender pussy. Said he was a bitch. His own ending. This man is defending himself. He has yet to make a on record as to calling Shakur Stevenson a snitch, a rat. Frank Martin is not in jail. Bill Haney is not in jail. I think Shakur, to be honest, is looking like, this guy that got niggas shook, right? He called a professional prize fighter pussy. He called him a bitch. Those are fighting words, man. Those are fight. Yo, I'm gonna play this, man, because maybe I didn't hear it right. So let me play it now. This is the Source Experience. I don't think maybe I heard it wrong. And shout out to my team. We got a team over here now. My people sent that to me. As you can see, the content and everything is I got some of these content creators nervous now. Get people,
but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy. What happened with Frank Martin? He pussy. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody more bitch made than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is the most bitchest nigga in the world. Like, I done DM'd this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You didn't bring nothing to the table. I'm the name. Yeah. So this how much the fight is worth. This man sat there in the DMs after I told him, look, I'm getting this much, you get this much. He tried to act like it wasn't 25%, but it is.
I'm done, man. Yo, Frank, man, he says you was a straight bitch.
Frank needs to pop out, man. Because what he said, right? All you content creators out here defending Frank, calling him a snitch, because he said he DM'd him and they're going back and forth and he was trying to break down the logistics. That was the logistics right there. How much the fight is worth. Why you're getting this, why I'm getting that. So when I heard that come out of Shakur's mouth, I said, it kind of debunks some of the shit that these, content creators is trying to say, oh, he's a snitch, showing that. No, he's trying to break it down to him. A fight is worth X, Y, Z. I'm getting this, you're getting that. But Frank, you agreed to this shit, bro. You shouldn't have agreed or had your people's Tom Brown, not Man Down Promotions. I know a lot of y'all want to say it's Man Down. Man Down didn't do nothing to negotiate, man. It is what it is, man. This pump your brakes with that, right? But when Shakur runs this on $1 million worth of game and says that, he DM'd him and subsequently I see people. I'll get to that in a second. Why did he offer Frank 25%, but he wouldn't take it from Devin? We'll get to that, right? There's levels. There's levels, right? And we'll get to that in a second. But people are trying to say he's a hypocrite. We'll get to that. There's levels, but if Frank felt that 25% or whatever the number was, 1.5 million, was beneath him, he could have went to purse bid. I think the purse bid might have got him, 5% more, but it might have not have been more. Because listen, right now, if it goes to purse bid, for those of y'all that really know this business, anybody could bid on the fight that's in that, market, right? So somebody could have, and this is when I'm gonna put y'all on some real game right here. And if you run with my plays, please, because I watch a lot of you guys, niggas that claim they don't know me, but they run with my shit all the time. That's why, God is good. I'm blessed. I'm outshining a lot of you guys. Only thing you guys are shining on is this YouTube shit, and it's hurting you because you're seeing shit like this. You rocking shit like this, right? You're seeing me connecting with different people, and you're like, how's he able to do all these? I'm bigger than him on YouTube, but you're not bigger than me in life. Pause. So now if a fight goes to purse bid, right? You heard what Shakur was explaining to him. This is how much the fight is worth. Now, if another promotion company, see Top Rank, they didn't go to purse because they came to terms. Top Rank, ESPN was going to cover it. Now, just say somebody else would have came to the table. This is how Top Rank could have played it out, right? I'm just going to put a number out there, ballpark number, since they said that Shakur was set to make $6 million and Frank was going to make 1.5. So let's say they put up 7.5 million, right? 7.5 million, right? $7.5 million, right? That's what Top Rank ESPN put up. Now, pay attention to what I'm about to put y'all on to, right? Now, when they want the purse bid, it might have been a 70-30 split, but another company might have came to the table and said, yo, we'll put up $6 million for the fight. Now, listen, this is how Top Rank will flip the game, right? Top Rank is going to look at it like this. You know what? We'll give them that fight. We'll let them put that fight on. We're going to save 1.5 million because we was going to put up 7.5. You know why they say that? Because regardless of who puts on the fight, Top Rank, TGB, and Man Down Promotion are still going to get paid. The promoters will still get paid. The promoters are the fighters. Y'all following that? See, I'm giving y'all real gems this morning. Smash my like button. Let me check my like button because I see it's a couple of y'all in here. I just don't want y'all in here air hustling off of the sauce. Let me check my likes real quick. But that's how that would have played out. And then Frank would have lost money. Yes, I made a couple of y'all skip out. I'm gonna play this. Wait. That's how that would have went down. Real talk. So Shakur was accurate in what he was saying as far as what the fight is worth. Did y'all just fall down? So now let me get into this whole. Let me debunk the hypocrite shit. 25% hypocrite shit. All right. Sip on the coffee real quick. I got time. Rocking out on my new setup upstairs. Me and Sheba. Sheba's over there. Y'all can't really see her. She's right here next to me. I like the setup up here. It's just that I don't have my gaming chair. I don't have a lot of my other stuff up here. But it's kind of, you see how it's nice and quiet. It does have that studio type of vibe. Well, it could be quiet too because everybody is downstairs asleep. Well, Coach Reen is up. But as far as like everybody else is asleep. Let's go to the hypocrite because I know y'all going to try to come back and say Shakur's a hypocrite. Well, actually, he's not. I kind of was breaking that down all week. In order for him to be a hypocrite, he would have had to accept the 25%, which he did. But it's like, damn, you didn't want to take 25% from them, but you want to give 25% to somebody. Yes, well, he's giving 25% to somebody who never been a champion, doesn't have the biggest name, contrary to what you content creators want to push. So that should just let you guys know how much of, like I always been telling you, how much flex you guys really have, right? Because he doesn't have a name. And shout out to my man Town Biz. Like I see how I highlighted Town Biz, right? Because I'm going to use something of Town Biz's that he said. Frank Martin is a ballroom fighter. Do you understand what that means? Now I'm sounding like, look, I got the jacket on. I'm sounding like my peoples right now, man. I'm sounding like a boxing manager and shit right now, right? But he's a ballroom fighter. You know what that means? He's like, look, listen, you guys might not like Shakur because of the shit with him and Devin Haney, but last time I checked, Shakur, when he fought at home, the Prudential Center a couple times, he has the record there. So we can't say that he's a ballroom fighter. So this is why maybe when Shakur goes to the table and negotiate, he carries it a different type of way because he's not a ballroom fighter, whereas Frank Martin is a ballroom fighter. He fought at the Cosmo. You ever been to the Cosmo? Probably a lot of y'all that talk about boxing never been there. Because like I said, a lot of y'all don't go to fights. But he's a ballroom fighter. And shout out to Town Biz. Great. That was a great word. Great adjective to describe it. He fights at venues like the Townhouse, coat rooms type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not arenas. Not arenas. He's not in these arenas. You know, he's fighting at like the Hit Factory, the Bombshell. I'm trying to think of some. I'm just some of these spots that I'm giving out. They're broad because you know the source gets it in. He would be. It would be the equivalent of this, right? Like I don't know. I want to say the Hula Theater, but the Hula Theater you could get some people up in there. The Hula Theater, you can get some people in there. That's like the subdivision of Madison Square Garden. I wouldn't say the Barclays Center because the Barclays Center is arena. Trying to think of another venue. SUNY Hall, like a SUNY Hall. The Paramount. This is the type of level he's on, right? He's a good fighter, but he's not a crossover star. I know these people on YouTube, you know, with their narratives, they want you to believe otherwise. But a lot of you got to take into consideration a lot of these guys that run these plays on the internet actually don't go to fights. They never been to a fight. Some of them have, but majority of them have. They don't know what goes into putting on a fight. Like all time, this is their hustle. This is their scheme. Hopefully, y'all are catching the sauce, right? So Shakur is on that type of time. So when Shakur turns down 25%, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Whereas Frank Martin, it's like, bro, I feel you. I can't really tell you what you're worth, but at the end of the day, you got to give me something to work with. Now, I know y'all don't understand that term, but now I'm going to break that down. When I say give me something to work with, if I'm going in here to argue with these people on why you deserve this, why we need that, I need something to stand on. I need to say, yo, listen, like what I just broke down with Shakur. What Shakur's people is probably standing on, like the fact that, and look, I didn't get into all deep, real deep, man. These are gems I'm giving y'all. This is what they do, right? I'm learning, man. I'm learning, right? This is what they do, right? Now, the reason why I'm gonna shift to Shakur, why Shakur could say, yo, I can't take 25%, right? Because this is what Shakur's people's probably standing on. Shout out to his peoples too. I do know them. My uncle and Antonio and all the good people over there. This is what they're probably standing on. They're probably saying, okay, yes, granted, Devin is undisputed. He has all the belts. That's all he really has. That's his bargain. That's his thing. Oh, I'm undisputed. But then this is what they were going to come back and say. Well, we respect that you're undisputed. Shakur was a champion at 126. Shakur was also a unified champion at 130. Now he's a 2-division champion. And they say, okay, all right. What else? Then they say, well, when Shakur fought at the Prudential Center in Newark, his home, he had 13, 14, 15,000 people in there. That is an attendance record for a sporting event other than basketball or hockey at the Prudential Center. These are the things that you say when you're negotiating as to why you deserve X, Y, Z. See what I just said about Shakur. Why Shakur is not a hypocrite. Now, Frank Martin, I'm just going to put myself in a position of arguing for him, which I would not do. which I would not do because, like I said, when you are a representative, union rep, some type of rep, you want to have a premise. You want to have something to stand on. Shout out to Town Biz once again. Frank is a ballroom fighter. I don't have nothing to stand on. I'm not one of these content creators that run plays and narratives. I like concrete evidence, concrete sturdiness. So I could come out there and throw mines, right? With Frank, I can't throw none. Frank, no extensive amateur career. Frank, ballroom fighter. A lot of fluff. Like, see, Shakur, I could stand on something. I could be like, yo, what do you mean? He 126, WBO champion. 130, WBO champion. WBC champion. He's packing out the Prudential Center. Did you just catch those shots? Are you catching those shots right there? I got something to stand on. So when I say, yo, 25% is beneath us. Y'all catching the sauce this morning? What can you say for Frank Martin? Oh, he's managed or he's promoted by Earl Spence. And Earl Spence is his promoter. What does that do for why he should get more than 25%? He's fighting in ballrooms. He doesn't have a belt. He never had a belt. What did he do in the amateurs? Let's take it to the amateurs. I might look out for him. Like, what was his amateur background? Oh, he was late into the sport. Okay. So yeah, I think 25% is what he's worth. And I know he probably doesn't think that or feel that, but it is what it is, Can you tell me otherwise? If you can't tell me otherwise, I think that's what he's worth. And then this is how else they flip it, right? Check the game, man. I'm learning. This is all free source. 25% is what I think he deserves. Because the last time I checked, the most money he made was 25%. $250,000. 250,000. So this is what they'll tell you. Yeah, you made $250,000. And by all means, we're giving you 6 times that now. I think you should be happy with that. But he wants more money. So now, what are you standing on? What are you saying? Oh, no, I'm worth. Why is he getting 7? Or why is he getting 6? And I'm only getting 1.5. And that's when they're going to tell you, well, he's getting 6 because he sold out the Prudential Center. He is former unified champion at 130. He is a champion at 126. He was an Olympic silver medalist, highly decorated amateur. These are what they tell you. And I think the last time he fought, I know the Robinson Castasiao fight, he was slated to make, I believe, $3 million, somewhere upwards of that. He had to give a little bit of his purse away because he missed weight. But he's been making the type of coin. Whereas you, 250,000, you're fighting in ballrooms. Hey, but what do I know, right? What do I know? Hopefully y'all caught that sauce. I'm learning, I'm moving and grooving. But yeah, Frank, man, make a statement though, Frank. Like I said, I like you, Frank, but you're looking crazy out here. This man, you got to make a statement now after this, because I don't care how many of these goofy YouTuber content creators and however many audiences or followers they have or listeners. If you don't come out and defend your honor right now, the man said you was pussy. The man said you was a straight bitch. Look, I'll let that play again. Hold on. Because I don't want y'all, because one thing about my flow over here, y'all hate me to the point where it's like I'm just calling it for what it is. I didn't say it, I just replayed it. Word, I said that wrong. I didn't say it, I just replayed it.
But it's like every time a fight pop, training all the time. You're so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I've never seen nobody more bitch made than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is the most bitchest nigga in the world. Like, I done DM'd this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You didn't bring nothing to the table. I'm the name. Yeah. So this how much the fight is worth. This man sat there in the DMs after I told him, look, I'm getting this much, you get this much. He tried to act like it wasn't 25%, but it is.
Facts.
I'm done, man. Yo, Frank, man.
Facts.
I said you was a straight bitch.
Facts. Yo, thank you for those comments. Shout out to Pop and NYT in the building. Yo, shout out to Cassius too. Cassius sent me that, right? When Cassius sent me that, I was like all into the Colorado game, and I played it. I didn't look at it, I just played it, right? And I was listening to Shakur's audio. I was like, yo, right? Then I kind of came down because that was a hell of a game. We're gonna get to that game too in a second. I was like so into the game, but then I was like, yo, hold up, man. I looked it over and I was like, yo, that's the type of conversation you might have in the gym, right? Amongst your peoples, because we talk like this all the time. For those of y'all that, fuck around and get down, right? I was like, yo, he put that on $1 million worth of game. I was like, yo, this is so good. It started soaking in on me. I'm like, yo, this is all $1 million. Like, you say that amongst your peers, your team in the gym. And be like, yo, man, that nigga's pussy, man. Like, come on. Like, we'll say that content creators, like, you see how I called them a sucker? Because I didn't think it was going to go that far. Straight sucker, man. Yo, Shakur said the nigga was pussy. Pussy, bro. Straight bitch. Like, yo, listen. They could have just fought, man, right? Frank, you would have got 1.5 million, but you probably wouldn't have got that, with all the cuts and everything. But you would have got paid. Yo, you got to fight this nigga. Listen, maybe y'all can, I don't know, man. Y'all can run it down the line. But me personally, that's why I'm saying I'm glad God works in mysterious ways. I'm away from those people over there. I really couldn't be around you, my guy. I really couldn't represent nothing about you right now. And for the people that's out here representing you on this internet and running plays for you, Look in the mirror, because this is what you're standing on. The man got called a pussy, straight bitch. He's a professional prize fighter. He fights with these for a living. And for another prize fighter to say this about you, you're a fighter, bro. There's nothing really soft about you. You fight. You're not pussy. But for another fighter to say that about you, are y'all catching this sauce? I'm going to pause. For him to say that about you says a lot about you. And they was mad at me for calling you a sucker. Maybe now y'all understand why I called him a sucker. But took Shakur Stevenson to come out and call him a bitch, a pussy. His fellow peer said these things, right? So now by me calling him a sucker is a compliment. It's a compliment. Are y'all catching that sauce? Did y'all just catch that sauce I gave you? I complimented him. I called him a sucker, you know, because I said he did a sucker move, which he did. You agreed to something, then you walked away from it. But your fellow peer said not only was you pussy, that you was a straight bitch. Let that soak in, man. And I'm going to continue to step on any content creator that I see out here cheerleading for you or trying to run plays for you. Because to me, you co-sign sucker shit, you are a sucker. Right? I tell you the God's honest truth. If Shakur Stevenson agreed to the Devin Haney, I said Herney. Somebody got a hernia, right? To the Devin Haney 25% and then backed out. I would have told Uncle Jay and Mike and cousin Mike and all of them like, nah, I can't. That's not solid. It's not official. You can't agree to something and then say, nah, I'm not doing it. That's sucker shit. Frank, you did a sucker move. These people that's running plays for you, we already know they're suckers. Look how they move. This is all they do. This is all they do. Word, facts, T. Facts. I gotta let you get on here and break that down, T, because they hear from me and get mad. I'm just telling you the truth, bro. I'm a man of principles. You don't come on, bro. I'm a man. That's like me giving you my word. Oh, I'm gonna have the Seymours for you. That's why I don't fuck with a lot of people, because a lot of people, especially when it pertains to this boxing shit, they always have an excuse. All you gotta do is give me one excuse as to why you're not doing something or something came up. That's on you. You let me know how you carry it. I don't do that. This dude signed off or let his people sign off. Or maybe he didn't, but he can't even speak about it. That's why I did the whole gag order shit. It's like, dog, you're a sucker. These people control you that much where you can't be like, yo, nah, I wanted it, but they said I couldn't have it. But, sometimes certain shit that you sign, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And they get upset when certain niggas know stuff and put it out here. But it's just, he got to make a statement, bro. Because, listen, you're not fighting Tank Davis like I told y'all, right? Remember they tried to run with that bullshit? I was like, Shakur really just threw you under the bus. Why would Tank Davis fight? You don't have a name, my nigga. You're not going to make Tank no money. You don't have a name. So when they was running with that shit, and then I was trying to tell y'all that from the jump, he's not fighting Tank. He doesn't bring nothing to the table for a Tank fight. Oh, he's going to fight Tank. He's going to make more money. Shout out to Samar Warren. Appreciate you, my guy. He said he's not in charge of it. That's evident, Pop. We all know that. You need to put some content out about that. Fuck sitting on somebody else's panel. Put out the content. Put out the content. It's cool to sit on other people's panels and talk and give out your game. No, put your game out for yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you, when you put your game out for yourself and others take your shit and don't acknowledge you, you have the receipts. Especially like I said, a lot of bigger platforms, they take other people's shit and they try to make it because they have a larger audience. They try to run with your shit. These niggas is nothing but Elvis Presley ass niggas. They like my man in the 5 Heartbeats. Marshall, bring in the horsemen. These niggas is the horsemen of the internet. They'll take your shit and run with it, right? And then say they don't know you or don't fuck with you. Like, nigga, stop lying, man. Listen. You better be glad I'm not on that type of time no more. I would do you like Cousin Fame. Remember when niggas be, back in the day, they don't do that no more because now everything is streaming and all that. But you remember back in the day, how you can go to Busy Bee or you can go, I'm using Busy Bee. That was the mall out here, right? But you could go and get niggas music, bootleg and shit, the CDs and cassettes, right? But the artists wouldn't be getting paid for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just bootlegging they shit. That's what a lot of these content creators do, right? But I ain't on that type of time. They'll take your shit and run with it, right? And put it out. Don't even acknowledge you. Like, you see how I acknowledge Town Biz and others and different people that if I see them say something and I bring it over here and it's not mine, I shout them. I'll be like, yo, such and such. Because that's the least you could do, right? But motherfuckers on this shit will steal your shit, won't say nothing, right? And then they wonder when you see them, you press them. Like, yo, what's up, man? Like my man Pop said, yo, I'm just media. Nah, fuck that, nigga. What's up, man? What's up, man? Are you using my shit, man? Are you using my shit? What you mean? Yo, I'm just media. Nah, nigga, you using my shit. And matter of fact, you getting paid off my shit. And I'm not seeing nothing off of that shit. That's how. Shout out to Keith Murray, man. Murray's crazy. I remember I seen Murray run down on niggas at Busy Bee Mall. They were selling, remember the Enigma tape CD? Yeah, they was in there bootlegging the hell out of his shit. Yo, Keith, niggas know Keith Murray gets busy. Keith will fight, man. He gets busy. He ran down on the bootlegging niggas. He was in there selling the shit, man. Shout out to Keith, though, man. Yeah, Frank, man, make a statement, though, Frank. You gotta make a statement, man. I'm not even gonna listen. Make a statement, Frank. Get out on one of these Texas platforms out there that been riding for you. Y'all niggas every nigga that was out here running Frank Martin play right now. Not only do you look weird, you look suspect. I already know. Don't say you a real nigga. You official. You 10 toes down. No. Don't call Shakur Stevenson a rat, a snitch, none of that. From how you guys are running plays for Frank Martin, and Frank Martin has yet to defend himself, defend y'all, and now Shakur Stevenson just called this nigga a straight bitch, pussy. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Shakur out here looking like Death Row Records. He out here looking like Suge Knight, man. Y'all remember how Suge Knight at the Source Awards? Yeah, Shakur's out here stepping, bullying niggas, man. All in the videos. Shakur out here fronting on niggas, man. Chill, Shakur. You violated that nigga, man. Yo, Frank, man. Come on, man. Come on, Frank. Yeah. You just got violated, my nigga. And you're a fighter, bro. Yeah, I know the other fighters are looking at you like, yo, they're looking at you, bro. You're supposed to be a top tier, upper echelon type of guy. It's crazy, man. That's crazy. But let me get to Dion a little bit. That last drive, right? Yo, his son will be in the league, right? What y'all think? Y'all think he gonna be in the league? Y'all think he gonna be in the league? The quarterback, both of them will be. The DB one will definitely be in the league. But I'm talking about the quarterback. You think he's gonna be in the league? You know, he said it was Brady time. That last drive, right? That was some Brady shit, right? On the college level. 98 yards. They're taking into overtime, then to win. Yo, and yo, check it. They did it without homie. Because they did their man dirty. They did their man dirty. Shamar Warren said Shakur got that Northeast Coast flavor. Oh, he does. Let me get that up there. Appreciate that comment. Samar Warren, he does, man. That's that Newark. I can't forget New Jersey. Yeah, that's that Newark in them, right? Yeah, rest in peace to Heavy D, right? That's that Newark. Yo, you ever watch New Jersey Drive? Where it's the scene in New Jersey Drive where them niggas was Heavy D. I think TK Kirkland might be in that scene. And they on the block, they selling drugs or whatever. And Midget and Jason and them steal the cars, and they come through the block with a high-speed chase with the police, and then Heavy D and them ran down on them like, yo, this is my shit, nigga. You out here fucking my shit up with this shit, man. Take that shit back to Avon Street, faggot. Yeah, that's what Shakur basically did to him. Yeah, Shakur violated that nigga, man. Yeah, he violated him, man, for real. But appreciate that comment, Samad. But yeah, that last drive, right? By Sanders' son, man. The kid, and he's been around. See, that's the good thing about when you're in those type of positions as his father. Your seeds will always get that, right? You see, he's been around Tom Brady's, the greats, getting tutelage from these type of people because of who his father was. Good quarterbacks, picking up, going to these camps, probably even having personal workouts with these type of people. So you see the poise. Look at me now. I'm in my bag right now. I'm a sports anchor. Yeah, you see the poise, right? In the pocket presence. To lead your team 98 yards, and you needed to score. He did it. I was watching that game last night, and I was just like, I can't wait to talk about this morning. Just to show another side of the sauce. The boxing side, it is what it is, man. When it comes to boxing, if you fronting on the sauce, you just are in the way jealous jellyfish. But now I'm going to show the whole overall sports, that drive last night. And like I said, he did that without his homie, Hunter, right? They targeted him. You see, Colorado State is a dirty team. They took him out. That was a targeted hit. I think he was at the hospital. He had the, precautionary type stuff, right? But they put that targeted hit on him. That's some NFL shit. They do that in the league. They do that on Sundays. They take out star players. They did that to him. And Shadar Sanders, the Sanders boys, still were able to do it. He said both the prime sons are going to the league. That's a fact. Samar. That's a fact. They listen. I just like the run that they're on, right? Because I've been following this for a while. He took them from high school. Remember, he had a prominent high school program, right? As soon as his sons was ready, well, he won when the quarterback one left. But the DB one that's probably he'll probably make it to the league this year. The DB one, he went off to, I think, South Carolina or Clemson. South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. The defensive back one. He graduated high school. He's a little older than the quarterback one. And when the quarterback one made the run, that's when he went to Jackson State. But the run that Deion is on right now, the father, man, like God is just, when you believe in God, and I listen to a lot of stuff that Deion says, God is just like, man, the Red Sea is parting for him right now, man. The Red Sea is parting. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. I know y'all say, oh, it's just college. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL comes calling for him real soon, bro. He is. Listen, one thing about certain genres in sports, it's a fraternity. Deion Sanders is a part of that football fraternity, whether it's college or the NFL. He is a Super Bowl winner, a Hall of Famer, and arguably one of the best to play his position, whether it was defensive back or kick returner, punt returner. And you don't think that a franchise, NFL franchise, would give him an opportunity to have a job. Now, if you don't think so, not only are you deaf, dumb, and blind, you are a jealous hater. But we'll just have to wait to see how it plays out. We'll just have to wait to see how it plays out, right? He said Deion's exposing the old guard of college. I don't know. I don't think he's exposed. He's just doing him, man. You're getting caught up into those. What's the name? Deion is just doing him. Deion has been electric. He's prime. What he's doing now is the same thing that he did in Florida State. It's the same thing he did for the Yankees and Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Falcons. He's just doing it now on the coaching level. That's all. He's not exposing nothing. It's just Deion, if you know, prime. And shout out to WCS. WCS said it. He's the guy with the jerry curl and the gold chains. But now he's just that guy on the coaching level. If you know, you know. See, I know. I got the source. You know, I got the source. I don't follow shit. Followers don't follow. Leaders lead. Deion is a leader. He's a trendsetter. That's all he's doing. I don't see it as he's exposing the old guard. No, it's just his wave. See, when you ride waves, you create a wave. Hopefully you're catching that source. You know, he's his own wave. Just like, and I gotta use me. How I came in this boxing media shit, I was my own wave. I was my own wave. To the point where I got people trying to ride my wave, trying to do what the source does in media. But you got to do what you do. You know, you got to be your own wave, right? I was my own wave. That's what it is. Deion's his wave. He came into the football like that. The jerry curl. But Deion, if you follow him, right? Deion is an athlete. He was nasty at basketball, man. Like, when you're an athlete, you're nice. I bet you Deion could probably fight. I bet you Deion could fight, bro. Like, niggas that's nice, that's athletic, there's not too many things that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? I bet you. I got to do some research on that. I bet you Deion could fight, bro. Like, everybody that I knew, and I'm going to use my man, shout out to Silky, man. Silky's my guy, man. Curtis Hampton. Curtis Hampton was an Allen Iverson type of nigga. This nigga was nice at everything. Basketball, football, fighting, just everything. When you're athletic, that's what it is, bro. See, a lot of niggas ain't athletic, bro. They're not, man. They're not, right? They might be tough or scary and shit like that, but an athletic individual is a dangerous motherfucker, bro. Especially if you're tapped into that, and you know you're athletic. You know you're athletic. Oh, nah, he whooped out Andre Rison. Deion gets busy, bro. Deion is that dude, man. I know he could probably fight, man. I know it because he's athletic, bro. When you're an athlete, bro, there's not too many things that you cannot do. That's why I don't sleep on no niggas that's athletic, bro. I don't know. That's just the warrior in me. I size niggas up, man. That's why I talk the source and talk my shit. Cause I'll be like, I look a nigga up and down. I'll be like, oh, this nigga's uncoordinated. He's, you know what I'm saying? 2 left feet. That's why they was mad when I be fronting on EJ. Like, nigga, cause I sized them up. I know EJ, bro. When I said Crawford was gonna do what he was gonna do to, because I'm not the typical nigga that breaks shit down. I looked at Crawford's body of work. I look at EJ. I'm like, man, this nigga wrestled. He's nice at football. EJ played soccer. He played football a little bit. I'm like, nah, Crawford is an overall better athlete. He's gonna beat him up. Not to mention he just has better skills, man. But if you just see a lot of y'all and catch this so y'all wasn't shit in life. See, I know y'all see me, y'all like, oh, this nigga just talk shit. Nah, ask about me, man. I was Long Island top 70 basketball. I was a hell of a baseball player. They used to call me Frank Thomas, Kirby Puckett. I was in the Little League World Series. All these, I was athletic. I just, other circumstances, I got money. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I always knew about making money. And it's not how it is now in sports. It's not like, that's why I respect it now. These kids nowadays are getting paid. They get paid. Back then, we didn't get paid, man. We didn't get paid. Like now, I think if you see college athletes are making millions of dollars, certain ones. It wasn't like that back in the day. It wasn't like that. He said, you saw what he did to Andre Rodgers. Deion can fight, man. He said, Bud is an athlete, man. Earl's an athlete too, but he was a soccer player. He played football. He started boxing late. He was managed well, man. Moved and managed well. Whereas Bud was just different, bro. And I've been around both of them, man. Like I said, man. Bud's hands, see my hand? Bud's hands is like this, bro. It's big clubs. Big clubs, man. But let me get back to Deion, right? So Pop said that Deion is exposing the old guard. I think he's just Deion, bro. It's just now you're seeing it on the coaching level. And the same thing that he did on the field, he's doing as a coach. And one thing about a leader, when you lead and you are a real leader, your troops, and that's going to resonate in them. And that's what you're seeing, that same swagger. That's what you guys call it, swag. I call it sauce, the snaz that Deion has. You see it in his troops now. And the ill thing about his troops is he has actual two of his own troops. Blood of his blood, flesh of his flesh. And you see how they carry the son. I should go downstairs and throw on some of my jewelry in front too. See how the son be like this. Yeah, he threw the watch up, right? That's Deion. That's his father. That's his father. See how he threw the watch in his face. That's the father. You have two of those on the field though that carry that. You see how the other one yesterday, he caught that pick. What was that, an 80-yard pick six? Looked like his dad. Bro, I wanted to come back on last night. I just couldn't. I was like mesmerized by the game, bro. I was mesmerized by the game. And it was a late night game, man. It was a late night game, man. For real. Got my coffee this morning. I'm almost hitting my hour mark. But yeah, shout out to Colorado. They're changing the game. All right, the last 10, 20 minutes, I want to just talk about, because I was getting phone calls like, yo, man, you out here fronting on these niggas and people's chats. No, these are some of the people that tried to front on me. So what I'm doing, I'm just giving it back to them. I'm giving it back to them because what I witnessed yesterday on the YTC, and I did the live on it, a lot of blood clot crying. What y'all blood clot crying for? What y'all crying for? That's what I witnessed. I witnessed crying, grown men crying over terms and shit that got put out there. They crying. I witnessed dudes upset and whining. Like how my man said in Above the Rim, Avon, Mo, that was his character in Mo. He said, yo, this nigga's crying? This nigga's crying? Man, bring this nigga to the sideline with the rest of the bitches. Niggas was crying, bro. Because Terrence Crawford, who won, dictates the terms of the fight. So how are you crying? How are you upset that what y'all agreed upon, whoever wins the fight determines the weight class. So by him doing that, right? By him saying, you know what, I want to fight at 47, he is afforded that right. He won. But yeah, you niggas on here is crying. But you know what's funny? And look how I tie this in. A lot of these same niggas that's crying and complaining about what was written down as to what would take place to whoever wins or loses are the same ones that are defending Frank Martin for agreeing to something, then skipping out. Y'all caught that sauce right there? Did y'all catch that sauce? That tells you the type of men and women you are dealing with. But yet, they talk about people being weird. So, if we agree to terms and agreements, and this is what I want to do, and we agree to this is what is going to be done by who wins, how am I not honorable? See, not honorable would have been saying, you know what? I won the fight. I'm not going to give you a rematch, period. I'm going to retire. No, I won. You could get your rematch. As we stated, I picked the weight. I want the rematch at 47. Where did it say I won? You can get your rematch at weight class you want. Doesn't work that way. I'm going to give you your rematch like I promised you. And just like was promised, the winner determines the weight. Now, all of you guys that are crying are in denial because you feel that the 7 pounds is going to make a difference. I don't think so. Just as the same way you guys thought that he was going to do this, that, and the third, which he couldn't do. Watch the fight. Watch the fight. Styles make fights. He had no chance. Shout out to Toby in the building, the UK. Let me get your comment up there, brother. Wagwan. Yes, Team Tucker all day. UK Army. They love us in London, Larry. Yes. He said, salute Shah, new Showtime Shah. We're global, baby. Yes, we are. Team Tucker all day, every day. You know the vibes. But hey, what do I know? Yes, what do I know? What do I know? I know this. I know they're upset that Bud is demanding or dictating the terms of the rematch. I know Shakur Stevenson said Frank Martin is a bitch. Straight bitch. He has nothing for Bud. Exactly, man. They don't even want to see it, man. Yeah, listen, they don't even want to see it. Let me read another. I'll be in contact with these people, man. Let me tell you something. Hold on, let me read this. Let me read. I don't want to misquote this one. I don't want to misquote this one. What somebody said. All right, here it is right here, right? Listen to this, right? Listen to this. I'm not gonna disclose the industry insider that said this. But it was like if he stays at 147 and Earl Spence has stated that he's at 54, the logical move for Bud, if the IBF does not mandate him to fight Jared, Jared Ennis is probably talking about me. Jerome Boots Ennis would be a Keith Thurman fight. Mm. And then I thought about that. I said, man, Keith is out here talking crazy, trying to talk himself into a fight. I did see Barry the Boxer mentioning Keith Thurman, right? Styles make fights. Keith Thurman is more elusive fighter. See, this is what the people that run the business are talking about. They're not talking about. They don't want to see flat-footed Earl, come forward Earl, pressure Earl. I'm gonna step, you gonna step. They don't want to see that again. We see what happened with that. But hey, what do I know? He said, what would it be? Let me see. Hold on, Simone. Let me get your comment up there. He said, what would be is Bud made this fight in Dallas, then whoop his ass like Kuta Kente, as EJ said he would. I don't think he wouldn't fight in Dallas. Like, that's the only place EJ wants to fight at now, though, man. I think fighting in Dallas and that shit ruined them, bro. It ruined them. You gotta think that's why he's looking the way he looked. How many of his last fights? A couple, like Denny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Dennis Ugas, Sean Porter. So 3 out of his last 4 fights prior to Bud Crawford, all in Dallas. All in Dallas. And you know what that did for him? That ruined him. It ruined him. And shout out to WCS. WCS has done a lot of content on this. It ruined him because he got so comfortable fighting in Dallas. He got so comfortable with the crowd down there and the narrative pushes down there, promoting and pushing one type of narrative that when he left out of Dallas, right? Remember, this was his best camp and all that, right? But yet he was running the Tuesday, Wednesday, the week of the fight. But this was his best camp, the best kept secret, you know? This was his best camp. You know, maybe he should just keep fighting in Dallas. Like I said, like to each his own. Like you have a market. This like for those of y'all that's out there crying, like fuck it. Let him just. You guys continue to support him. Let him fight other guys. Don't worry about Bud no more, because we don't want to see him get beat up again. So just do like y'all been doing. Like keep it down there. Let him fight. Listen, I know the other guy that claims he doesn't know me. Talking about Charles Conwell, false reports. Charles Conwell and Sergey Buyachich is going to purse bid on Tuesday. So Earl Spence fighting him at 154. Smoke and mirrors. Stop reporting bullshit. Yes, he's going to purse bid Tuesday, the 19th. It would have been the Tuesday for the Frank Martin, Shakur Stevenson, but that got called off. But this Tuesday, Sergey Buyachich and Charles Conwell are going to purse bid for the WBC. When I get more information on that, I will definitely give that to y'all. Now, as far as other 154s over there, that's what we should just go after. Concentrate on that. I would concentrate on Charlo. Charlo's fronting on you. Charlo is killing you right now. And I think Charlo been waiting to kill you. Because I don't think Charlo really actually never really liked you. He was waiting for you to fall. Hold on. Yes, they woke up now. They are up downstairs, so I had to close the door. That they get a little loud down there. But Charlo is killing you, my guy. Not only is he killing you, he's saying your name. So maybe a fight with him. You know, jump in front of Bud. Do what you do. Jump in front of niggas. Because you are at 154, right? So maybe fight Bud. I mean, not Bud. Maybe fight Charlo. You know, that's if Charlo loses to to Canelo. You know, that'd be, listen, Samad, if you're still in here, right? That's an all Texas shootout. They can have that fight at Dallas. You know, and that's right up their alley. That's that in-house quarrel. That's the in-house OK Corral. They could do that. You know, it's just now Derrick James will have to pick a side. Pick a side, nigga. Pick a side. Pick your fate. You know? And to be honest, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start some shit up. I don't think you would have to pick a side, Derek. If Charlo and EJ was the fight, Mel Charlo, not more Mel. Charlo will be like, yo, I'm cool, Derek. I got Juan. Go over there with EJ. He'll go to war with Juan. He will go to war with Juan Guzman. Yes, Samani's clowning him. And shout out to my man, Keemon Wade, sending me that video. You know, I put that video out quick, fast. You know, because you know why I put it? I put it out so fast. I made Showtime have to throw it out. See, that's how you wanna start waves and trends. Expose shit, expose it, and regardless of your views or how they think you're being viewed, expose shit. See, I expose shit quick on all my platforms, and then they have to clean it up. I expose that before they let the goofies try to, you know, remix it. And nah, he fronted on EJ. He said, he fronted on him. Yes, subliminally. No, he said his name. And I threw that out there quick. And like I said, shout out to my man Keemon for giving me that. And I put the video out quick before, you know what they do. They have one thing about media, real media, not YouTube media, but real actual media. They put shit out to clean shit up or to run interference. And this is what it is. He said, Father Al Heyman don't want that type of discord. Yeah, I think Al, you know, Al's in the shadows. You talk about guys in the shadows. That's Al Heyman. Al Heyman is a shadow warrior. You know, right now, Al Heyman is into the Canelo Alvarez business. This was a good coffee, man. I make one thing about Speedway. They have good coffees. You just gotta know how to mix it right. You know, I mix mine right. That's the Coach Terry in me. I be like Coach Terry like Starbucks. We was in Ohio at Toledo. He was getting me the Starbucks. But I told him every time me and Coach Terry be getting up early. I was going down to the one thing about shout out to Top Rank, right? Top Rank be putting you in them nice hotels where you know, they have all of the fixtures in there, but the hotel, right? You know, the different hotels and shit, the coffees and stuff like that are free. And you can make your own coffees, right? And I always, you know, Toledo was nice. I think we was at the Hilton. That was a Hilton. You know, I think they might have contracts with Hilton. Because I think Newark was a Hilton too. But Toledo, we was in a Hilton. And I was going downstairs, and, you know, Coach Reen was getting her tea, and I was making my coffees. And Coach Terry was like, no, we got to go to Starbucks. And I was like, Coach Terry be liking the Starbucks. I like to make my own coffee, man. Now, no knock on Starbucks. Because I don't want this to get over there to them and they use this against us and don't give us a sponsorship one day down the line. Because maybe Marley might get one, you know, maybe Marley, right? But I just like making my own coffee, man. You know? But Starbucks is good too. You know, Starbucks got that they got like this pastry joint I'll be getting messing with Coach Terry. But listen, man, it's Sunday. NFL Sunday. You know, watch a little bit more football. You know what? Listen, before I go, let me put the link out there real quick, man. Because it's Sunday, man. I already walked Daffy. I'll put the link out real quick, man. Give y'all a chance to jump on. Because I hit all my points, I think. I don't really have nothing else to discuss. You know? I don't have to walk my door. We did that already. That's why I said, let me jump on now. Get this out the way. You know what I want to do? What I was going to do, right? Was I was going to probably wash some clothes. I was gonna wash some clothes today. You know, it's Sunday. But you know, if you don't get to the laundromat, like it's 9:30, right? You want to get to the laundromat early. Laundry is packed now. It is, man. If you know, you know, right? The laundry is like the laundry's on a different time right now. Real talk. It is. But if you get in there early,
walk with us into Super September 2023, the biggest B2B sales event of the year on Alibaba.com.
You know what? I'll put the link out, man. I want to get some reactions for some of the people. Y'all don't gotta stay on that long. I just want to get some reactions from some of the people, man. You know, I want to do this. I plan on coming on later, but I'll do it now. I want to get a reaction, right? For this right here, man. That's the link, man. Hit the link. Give me your reaction on this, right? Give me your reaction on this.
Training all the time. You're so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody more bitch made than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is the most bitchest nigga in the world. Like, I done DM'd this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You don't bring nothing.
Yeah, I want a reaction. I want to hear from the people,
so,
man.
This is how much the fight is worth.
I want to hear from the people on this.
All the time. You're so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody more bitch made.
Rewind.
All the time. You're so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody more bitch made.
Yeah, listen. Y'all don't even have to stay on long. Click the link. You see what Pop said? Click the link. I need reactions, man. I need reactions for that, man, right there. He said that man was a straight bitch. Yo, I don't know where you're from, how you was raised, or, you know, those is fighting words. He said he was a straight pussy. Yeah, he said, yo, man, and y'all gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. Right? Because I'm a content creator right now, right? And when another professional prize fighter, because they're peers, it's not looking good for Frank, because Shakur said he was a straight bitch, he was pussy. A fellow PBC fighter, Edward De Los Santos, called him a duck. All this is out there. If you think I'm lying, look, hold on, let me see. Edward De Los Santos called him a duck. Let me see if I can find that, man. Edward De Los Santos called him a duck. Right? He called him a straight duck. Said he was the duck. Yeah, my uncle just said he was bitch Martin. Yo, it's just a rap, man. Yeah, my uncle just said he was bitch Martin. Yeah, man. He gotta, yo, listen, bro. He has to do something, man. Bitch Martin. Bitch Martin. But Edward De Los Santos. Edward De Los Santos called him a duck, bro. Look, I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull it up, man. I'm here at the desk. Let's some of these. Edward De Los Santos called him a duck. I'm gonna pull it up. That's why I like being at the desk. Well, I'm not at the desk, but you know what I mean. I like being in front of the laptop because you can do things like this. It just runs a little slow up here. I don't know why the router runs so slow up here. But it's working. It just runs slow. Look, this is a fellow premier boxing champion. He was in Red Hook, Brooklyn. This is a fellow. Yeah, this is a fellow PBC fight. There it is. There it is, right there. So this is what we want the reaction on. He has, since these two cowards, okay, he called him a coward. Edward De Los Santos called him a coward. This is what Shakur Stevenson said about him. So I want a reaction for this.
Training all the time. You so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen more bitch made.
Yeah, Shakur's
bitches nigga.
Oh my
like,
God.
I DM this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You don't bring nothing to the table. I'm the name. So
every time I hear him say this part right here, this shit makes me laugh.
Pop up, it disappeared. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody.
Yo, I can't, man. Yeah, every time he says that nigga's a straight bitch. That nigga's Samar Warren in the building. Let's get Samar in here, man. Let's get Samar Warren in here, man. Let's get you on. Tap you in, brother. Give you the floor. 2 seconds. Let's get Samar Warren in here. Add you to the flavor. Let's add you to the flavor, Samar. Why is it not bring Samar in? Trying to get Samar Warren. He's backstage. It is not. There he is. Samar Warren, you are on the Source Talk podcast. Thank you for coming on, good brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, peace and blessings, beloved. What's going on with you?
It's all good, man. You have the floor, man. What is your reaction to that, man? Not only to Shakur Stevenson, but Edward De Los Santos calling Frank Martin a coward as well.
You sound like you underwater a little bit on my end. I don't know if you can hear me clear on mine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It just sound like you underwater.
Let's get him back in here. He was in here. Let's get him back. Okay, let me
You hear me?
Let me get him back in here, man. I might have to close some of these. Let me close some of these what's the names? Some of these windows. That could be the problem as well. Smart. Okay, you're back on, brother. Can you hear me now? Samar, can you hear me? Why they keep kicking them in and out, man? What is up with this, man? Samar, you're back on. Can you hear me? Let me check my phone, man. What's up with this, man? Samar, you're back on. No.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good to go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
All right, bet. I don't know what was going on, man. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you, StreamYard. Whenever I try to open up the panels, sometimes they do this. I don't know why, man. It's like they don't want me to interact with the listeners, man. But Samar, you got the floor, man. Before
Yeah,
they try
it
to
could
get
have been I was on the
me.
back roads too, so it could have been that too. You know what I mean?
Nah, it was over here because they was kicking me out the studio. That's why
Oh,
I
okay.
shut down a whole bunch of different windows and just came back in. But yo,
Oh,
listen,
okay.
you got the floor, man. What is your reaction? Let me ask you the question. Let me set the question back up for you again. What is your reaction to you heard Shakur Stevenson's statement on $1 million worth of game, and then you seen another fellow fighter in El De Los Santos call him a coward as well, and Frank Warren. What is your reaction to that?
I mean, my reaction is as always, you know what I'm saying? They definitely ducking over there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a reflection, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lay it down for you like this. It's a reflection not only on Frank Martin, but it's a reflection on his promoter, Earl
Mm,
Spence as well, due to the fact that he's Earl's only fighter under his promotional banner besides himself. So when
mm,
stuff like this happens, and I've heard on other platforms. I'm gonna say it. I've heard it on Blue Bloods joint, and he was trying to make Earl seem like, oh man, he's doing big things. He's the
yeah,
biggest, not only as a promoter, but he's doing this while he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Frank Martin, he's been trying to set up this Shakur fight for forever, which EJ has been trying. He called Shakur out, as we all know, last year when the negotiation between him and Bud was going on. You know what I mean? So and you doing all these big things, trying to move all these pieces in your fighter, it comes down to your fighter ducking Basically, whatever, you know what I mean? No matter how you slice the bread, he's ducking. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah,
fight. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's a reflection upon not only Frank Martin, but the promotional banner. That's
yeah.
my assessment.
I feel you on that. I definitely do. And shout out to Blue Blood. I did see Blue Blood, running that play that Earl Spence was doing all this promotion and promoting this fighter. And then come to find out it was TGB at the table, the ones that was really trying to make the fight happen. But do you think, like, on this platform over here, I've been big putting out the content that Frank needs to make a statement. Frank needs
Of
to pop
course.
out somewhere, and you gotta clear this up. Not for us, because like I said, I'm not a big Frank Martin guy, but you do have people out there that support Frank Martin. They support Man Down. I think he owes it to them, to like, yo, what's up, man? This man calling you a bitch, you're a straight pussy, and all this shit. Then you got a fellow PBC fighter saying you're a coward. Like, what's going on? Why
Yeah, you
aren't
got to
you
clear it up.
why aren't you letting the people know? I know you leaked out a little bit saying that the money and all this, but bro, so why did you agree? That's what that me personally, Samad, that's what I want to know is why did you agree, or is there more to it? Like, you didn't agree, they agreed for you. Like, clear this shit up, bro.
I'm gonna do it like this. My my non-sources say, you know what I'm saying? You catch me?
Yeah,
My non-sources say, I believe that I think what's going to happen is, since they going to strip Devin Haney of all the belts regardless, or he going to drop the belts, however way you want to look at it. Either he going to drop
yeah,
them or they going to strip him from all the other belts. What they get ready to do is Father Al's going to maneuver, I believe, Frank into getting a different belt. Now,
yeah,
we already know that Tank going to probably get the WBA. So either
yeah,
Frank going to go and get the IBF
right,
or the WBO. Shakur gonna get the WBC. They're gonna try to scatter. You know what I'm saying, and
yeah,
you know try to get 2 and 2. Either Bob and them gonna get 2, and PBC gonna get 2, or they're gonna try to stonewall everything else. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Nah,
That
that,
that's
that,
what that's what that's why I see
nah,
non-sources say.
yeah, nah, that's an accurate assessment, because if you pay attention to the plays that just went on, you're 100% accurate, because they have been reporting that Tank is already going to be upgraded to the WBA Super, and uh, Navarrete is putting in the proper paperwork, I think, to try to be the WBO, to get the WBO Super, so that when he moves up to 135, he'll fight for the vacant WBO Super. And I believe, like you just mentioned, Frank Martin is ranked high in the IBF, and I think that like you just said, he'll possibly fight a cab driver or somebody for an IBF belt. But you didn't say cab driver. I'm just saying that
Yeah, yeah.
they put him in position to become a champion.
Because think about it, makes more money. Think about it, make more money. He get a belt, then later, instead of him taking this L to Shakur now, it's a bigger bag. But regardless,
Yeah,
you duck. You know what I mean? Because you agree. You shouldn't agree. But they probably, went behind scenes and was like, hold up, we already, they know better than we know. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean,
yeah,
you probably got
yeah.
some, your ear to the
Nah,
to the to the ground
nah,
a little bit better
you
than.
you ran that play perfectly. That's what they probably most likely going to do. That's what they most likely going to do, because Al Heyman definitely is in bed with the sanctioned bodies as well. So I definitely could see that playing out.
And let's not forget, Loma going to get a belt.
Yo, that
He
when
ain't
you say
retired. Loma,
yeah, when you say that, that's the only thing I was going to bring that up. I'm glad you brought that up, because with the IBF, what I was hearing, since we're speaking on this, is that was going to be George Kambosos.
Right. You see what I'm
That
saying?
George
Longbow Cambosis.
Kambosos was going to get that fight for the IBF. You
Now
know?
that would be a hell. Now listen, if on some real on the real, if I was Frank Martin, I would fight George before I fight Shakur for to clean this all up. That the optics will look better. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
For people like us, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We gonna still look at it as a duck, but it'll clear it up for the
Yeah.
PBC lovers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against the PBC. I'm just against they whole fanboy base. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I feel you on that because I said the same thing. I said a lot of the people that run plays for Earl Spence, right? They turn you away from him, man, because with their delusional thoughts and their narratives, it's like, bro, man, you not helping his brand, you know, pushing these this felonious business, man. It just doesn't sit right with his brand. Some of the stuff that y'all pump out there for him. But yeah, I definitely like listen. Business wise, career wise, a George Kambosos Frank Martin fight is a more manageable fight for him.
exactly.
Whereas Shakur Stevenson was gonna mop the floor with him, man. You know,
I mean, everybody ducking Shakur. They know the outcome. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, shout out to WCS and you know, like he said, and you be saying, you know what I mean? He's getting that. Shakur's getting that bud effect. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so we seeing that we seeing that play itself out in real time, which is actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? We seeing it play out in real time. So he gonna get that bud effect. Regardless, you know, he gonna get the WBC regardless. But what they
yeah.
gonna stonewall him is when all them other belts, you know, bling bling out there like Sonic, you know what I'm saying? Them rings, they gonna scatter everywhere, you know what I mean? They gonna
Yeah,
stonewall Shakur out.
yeah,
Which it might for real think about this as I just thought about as I was just saying it, you know, it might work out to his benefit because then he move up to 40 real fast and then dominate. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
It's the sky is open at 40. You know what I'm saying? So the
yeah.
politics, you know what I mean? He can maneuver a little bit because, you know, I don't think you know one thing about Matchroom don't stonewall as much. They do with AJ, but they don't do with a lot of the other fighters for real. Like the way I've been following them. They for whatever they Anthony Joshua was under witness protection program at Matchroom for whatever reason. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the other
Yeah.
fighters they
You got to
cool.
look at it though. Yo, AJ was the face of that franchise, bro. Like they were securing the contracts with AJ. Remember, because at one point in time, not now, but remember, AJ had damn near every heavyweight belt except for Wilder's WBC.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
how they was able to secure a lot of shit. Because they had AJ, and AJ was the heavyweight champion with all the belts. So that was like they bargaining shit.
You know what? I want to ask you a question because you know what I mean. I love your viewpoints. I love how your mind thinks on boxing. But I want to ask you this question since I got you on the line. The politics of boxing, right? They put these fighters under so much witness protection, right? If they made the like let's just say start with the sanctioning bodies. So the sanctioning bodies actually, you know what I'm saying, govern their lineup the way it's supposed to be. Like the number one is the number one, number two is number two. However way they fall in line, they accurately do it. They did it accurately. Let's just fantasize for a second. They did it accurately. You lose, you go to the back of the line, you take a place, you come back or whatever. Or even if they did it like UFC, you know what I'm saying? You lose as a champion, you're able to get your get back immediate, right? However which way they played it fair, right? If they did that consistently, wouldn't that be a better marketing tool instead of, you know what I mean, harboring these fighters and not, you know what I mean, let them, if they're gonna lose, let them lose fairly, you know what I'm saying, and instead of playing the background, that when they get more money doing that, wouldn't you think, what you think?
I think, yo, that is a great model, but I just think, like, how the game is set up. A lot of times, you have managers, right? That's behind the scenes that be signing fighters, that be putting in a lot of money into these fighters, and it's all about getting your return. And a lot of times they look at fighters, and I'm gonna use Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, right? You remember hearing the whispers about how certain people over there with Earl, Al Heyman, alleged,
Mm-hmm.
they did not want this fight with Terrence Crawford because they knew that it was going to damage their investment. And we hear that oftentimes with Tank Davis, that you see Tank Davis fighting specific type of fighters,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, fighters are an investment. And when you put so much money into your fighter, which these promotion companies, these managers do, and you build the fighter and you have marketing and media promoting and marketing the fighter a certain type of way, you have to keep that ball rolling. And a lot of times, a fighter like, just use Terrence Crawford, what he did to Earl Spence and the fashion that he did it in, it kind of killed the whole Earl Spence aura of the type of fighter he was. And a lot of times, the promoters, the managers, sometimes even the sanctioning bodies, they want to keep the ball rolling because certain fighters, AJ, use him now, for example, they generate so much money that the promoters, managers, sanctioning bodies want to keep certain people in position to keep making that money, if that makes any sense. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, but I understand, and I agree, right? But peep this, right? Marketing. The key thing you kept saying was marketing, right? So, and let's use those two fights once again, Tank and Earl, right? When it showed that when they put all their marketing tools in with Tank in that Ryan Garcia fight, million pay-per-views, right? All these different things. They sold out arena, right? When EJ and Bud fought, the marketing was lacking, if at just to say the least. You know what I'm saying? And both fighters even agreed. They both on record. You know what I'm saying? They got the receipts. I ain't got. I can't pull them up at this moment, but both of them stated that marketing could have been better, right? So if you market it better, you know what I'm saying, regardless of the outcome. Think about it. Regardless of the outcome, Bud whooped him like a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Like, so that outcome happened. We already know that. But the marketing behind it would have, you know what I mean, superseded. They would have got a big payday. The promotionals, in my opinion, right? So even if you wanted the rematch clause is already signed, you know what I'm saying? Now your marketing could sell the second fight due to the fact that you can say, well, let's just use that what just happened. Like everything is on the YTC. What everybody's saying. Oh well, Earl didn't look like himself, and he was weight drained, and he didn't do this. So the marketing, if you push marketing behind that, the casuals don't know no better. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna make the bag instead of playing the, you know what I mean, the hold me back game. Even if Tank is not what they say he is, right? Right now, he's second under Canelo, as we all can agree to that. He's a from 140 down to 130. He's the cash cow. You know what I'm saying? So if you market it right, you know what I mean. You market it right, and say you put him in there with a, just for to throw a name out there, with a Tiafimo, and let's say Tiafimo washes him, right? regardless, the marketing is there. In my opinion, what you think?
I think, I just think like if you think about the mindsets of the people that actually run it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what Floyd Mayweather was saying about Tank, even Leonard Ellaby, they all on record from back in the day with the Lomachenko. They look at their fighters like, remember, people always want to see him fight Lomo.
Mm-hmm.
What was the argument that Leonard Ellaby used to use, even Floyd, to kill that fight off? Lomachenko was fighting in 7,000 seaters, 9,000
Right.
seaters, whereas
Right.
Tank is selling out arenas. They're always going to use that. The reason why it was easy for them to do the Ryan Garcia Tank fight, and it did so well, was because of Ryan's social media handle. Right now, whereas EJ and Bud, I think they fell short is because it should have did bigger, right? But when you have a fan base that basically is the same fan base, but yet how was the marketing, the build up for that fight? That EJ was the man, EJ sells, Bud don't sell, Bud don't this, Bud don't that. So the marketing kind of killed that fight off before it even started. But yet the actual numbers was they both did their highest pay-per-views together. But we was to believe that Bud was nobody. Bud wasn't bringing nothing to the table. Never brought nothing to the table. So that killed it. That killed it right there. Like you can't build up one fighter by condemning the other.
Right.
So I think that's what fucked the whole Bud Crawford Earl Spence play up, because they kept making it seem like Bud was worthless. Bud is less. Bud is less. Bud is less. But if you look at EJ's highest pay-per-view, it was against the guy that was less. Bud Crawford Spence was Spence's highest pay-per-view. Did more than Mikey Garcia, more than Sean Porter, more than all these other guys. But the guy that we was led to believe that doesn't bring nothing to the table, doesn't sell, his fan base doesn't support him. But yet when he fought Earl Spence, his fan base and Earl Spence's fan base, they were able to do their highest pay-per-view combined. But yet Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence, I think that was his previous high before Bud didn't even come close to that.
Yeah. I just think that they marketing is just terrible. Like, for example, like if the Shakur and the Frank Martin, like, all right, before I even say that, what they should have did with Earl and Bud is, since everybody was saying that Earl has this Mexican style of fighting as a black fighter, right? They should have had him market to the Mexican fighters. You know what I mean? They should have marketing like harder to the Mexican fan base. You see what I'm saying? So, like, even with like Shakur and Frank Martin, if they thought that they wasn't going to get what they was going to get with that, and that might be a reason why Frank ducked out. What they should have did was, since Shakur is from the north east coast, aka Newark, you know what I mean, New York area, right? And he's half Puerto Rican, right? What is the second largest market of fan base in boxing that buys? Is the Puerto Rican fan base. You should have played on his Puerto Rican half. Had him speak some Spanish in New York to Puerto Rico to the Mexican side, and then market it. You know what I mean? Play both sides. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't no marketing guru. I'm just, you know, I mean,
I think they're doing that now with Shakur. You know, they I think the last couple of fights, you see how they've been pushing that line a little bit more, that he's half Puerto Rican. You know,
he's had a few times. He's had the flag a few times too.
They've been pushing that. They've been pushing that line a little bit more. That he's half Puerto Rican. You know, so they trying to put that into play. But you also got to look at this too, Samar, right? And I don't want to take this on some race shit, but a lot of the Puerto Ricans, right? You have Puerto Ricans that grew up with blacks, you know, that's kind of, you know, with that, you know, we all together. But then you have old school Puerto Ricans that are somewhat racist. And they're like, yo, he's not a real Puerto Rican. So they don't really accept him because they look at it like, yo, he's not real Puerto Rican.
Man, you get him with some optics with like Fat Joe, it'll say it all right there. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, that's a fact.
Old Joey Crackers co-sign for him. You know how it go.
Yeah, but I think Fat Joe was tied in with Edgar Berlanga. He's pushing the Edgar Berlanga line. That's his people's.
Yeah.
You know.
Dang.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna go, man, because I'm gonna get out here with my dogs, and y'all gonna hear a whole bunch of barking that y'all don't want to hear.
Man, that's what's up. I just came in from walking my dog, but I appreciate you tapping in today, Samal One. Thank you for your assessment. You know, continue to keep popping through. You know the vibes, my guy.
No doubt. Peace, beloved.
Peace. All right, we got Pop in the building. Yo, Pop. Let me play the audio back for you. Get your initial reaction to this. You know, this is we're gonna shout out to $1 million worth of game since it came from $1 million worth of game. This is the $1 million assessment, man. Edward De Los Santos has said this man is a coward, right? Edward. This is what Edward said, but Edward is a PBC fighter underneath that banner. But Shakur Stevenson said this.
You get a fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody more bitch made than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is the most bitchest nigga in the world. Like, I done DM'd this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You don't bring nothing to the table. I'm the name. Yeah. So this how much the fight is worth. This man sat there in the DMs after I told him, look, I'm getting this much, you get this much. He tried to act like it wasn't 25%, but it is.
Yo, I'm done, man. Your friend.
All right, yo, Pop, what is your reaction to that, man?
He's completely exposed. Frank played himself. Like, out of all of the guys running plays for him on the internet, they might have, for the whole week, they might have touched 2,000, 3,000 people, maybe. Out of all the guys, Shakur goes on a show that he's been on before, and in probably the first hour, he was talking to maybe like 3,000-4,000 people. The show is going to do maybe hundreds of thousands on views, and they all going to hear him just say what he just said about this man.
Man, that
is complete exposure. Like, everything that y'all work for, and I say y'all know who y'all are. Everybody what y'all work for this week, he just went on. And probably what's so bad is because the show was on Patreon first. So the people who actually paid to see $1 million worth of game was like, man, did you wait till it come out on regular? Oh my God, bro, you got exposed twice. Congratulations, you played yourself. We now know that you got that 112 deal. I know you was killing with the new edition. I'm gonna give you got that 112 deal. You got that total deal. You got that Mark Curry deal. You want your publishing back, but it's damn to you. Yeah, that's bad, bro. For the man to come out here and say he spoke to you, whether it's text, DM, whatever, explain everything to you, and you said 50-50. Like, bro, nobody knows you outside of your Alphabet Boy game. Come on, man. Shakur Stevenson is another one. Like, when they start putting up the accolades, right? Because we both play ball. So when you see guys actually do the analytics on Jordan and LeBron, and then they actually break it down, you be like, damn, I don't want to do this analytic thing. It don't work out for LeBron. So when you break down the analytics like you did earlier, you got Shakur with Olympian, amateur career, two weight division champion, unified champion. Soon as he come into the division, he's ranked in the top 5 in every sanctioning body. Come on, man. The writing's on the wall. Come on, man. Oh my God. You know you ain't listen, 1.5, even if you had to pay out everybody else, you still was getting 3 times more than what you ever made. Like, come on. You don't walked away with maybe, okay, let's say you had to pay $1 million out in taxes and everybody else. That's still way more than you made your last fight. Could have put your mama up. You come on, bro. You ain't even, mama probably still, she live in a decent house in the good part of the hood. You can't even put mama up now. Like, you just, congratulations, you played yourself.
But yeah, listen. I wanna, you know. But even though we haven't heard nothing from Frank, Samar Ward, I don't know if you heard, he brought up a valid point. Do you think maybe that they might be trying to get Frank an IBF title?
Who's he gonna fight?
You know, all the belts is gonna be vacated in a second. Do you think they? Because we know it's not Tank Davis. He's not gonna fight Tank for a WBA. So that whole play, I don't know where that came from. But do you think that, you know, they could possibly try and Al Heyman could be pulling some strings to get him an IBF? I'm not gonna say man down promotions because he's not doing nothing. But do you think Al Heyman could be trying to pull some strings and get him the IBF? Because wasn't his last fight or the fight before that for some form of an IBF? Like a Continental or some shit. I don't know. Like I said, yeah, he like one of the Ellaby's. He's a good little fighter, but I really don't follow him. Like,
that's it. He's a good little fighter in his little pond. Probably, you know.
Yeah.
Probably trying to, because we know that was like, bro, you're not ready for Keyshawn. You definitely don't need to be in the ring with Shakur.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, man. Yo, if he does go the IBF route, he might end up having to fight a Keyshawn or a George Kambosos to get that, man.
Yeah. Like,
you know?
I think he think that might be an easier route than this Shakur. I don't know.
Yo, is it? It's like, bro, if you're scared to fight Shakur, I don't want to use that, but I gotta say that, man. If you're scared to fight Shakur, because we just heard the nouns and the adjectives that he used, man, describing this dude, you're pussy, you're a straight bitch. Yo, if you're scared to fight that, man, and Shakur and Keyshawn get work together. Yeah. They get work together. They're all in there mixing it up.
Red blood too.
Yeah, they're all in there mixing it up, man. So Keyshawn might not be as easy as you think, my guy. You know what I'm saying? It might, yo, like what's that song? This ain't what you want. It might not be what you want, man.
And I mean, them guys don't make good decisions, bro. You had to red pill me on that, and after when you see it, you like, yeah. I don't know the decisions y'all make. I mean, bro, just go ahead and get your whooping, get your name. Listen, you get your name out there better with the whooping than you would fighting nobodies. Because at least you fought somebody that we know is going to be great. He's special. He's special. As hard as you work, you know, he that guy's special. And on this note, I don't mean to switch it, but you know I'm a big Tank Davis fan. But you just said it. I don't know if you realize it or you was waiting. But if Tank gets elevated, bro, ain't he the email champ?
Yeah, and no, you know, he's the regular, right? If like they elevate him, that's proper protocol. That's normal protocol. You know, the regular champion becomes the super champion. Then what's the name got it like that? Remember when
Jamal got it like that, right?
Yes, from Canelo. Yes, he's another one. But Dennis Ugas, You know, remember when Dennis Ugas, he was the regular champion, and he got elevated after he beat you know, Manny Pacquiao. Remember that when Manny, well, he had to fight Manny. Remember, Manny was the champion.
Yeah.
He beat Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
But then he got hurt. Remember, he got hurt, and they elevated Ugas to the champion in recess, and then they, you know how it played out for him that he got to fight Manny because Earl got hurt, and it kind of you know, made him validated, some would say, but that's just proper protocol. Guys get elevated all the time now, man.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you know you can't be like, you know, you didn't fight for it. Because when I hear people say things, you be like, man, he didn't even fight for the belt. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's boxing nowadays. A lot of guys ain't fighting for belts, man. You know, it's just the nature of the beast.
Does that matter now, bro? Does that matter, bro? Does that matter?
I don't think so. Depending on who you got behind you, who's running your plays for you, not at all.
Okay. So
look at Devin Haney, right? I'm gonna use Devin Haney. Devin Haney was an email champion that eventually became an undisputed champion. His initial world title, the WBC, that made him a legit world champion, he received as an email. Later on to become an undisputed champion. So I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it's probably who you are, and if you're fighting for a belt that people will care.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't because look, he did keeping on top of with Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney was awarded the email belt. Then he went on to become the undisputed, defeating George Kambosos twice and defending it against Kambosos and then defending against Lomachenko. After doing all of that, he's still not where he wants to be at.
No.
To be honest, like he's still like he was undisputed. He couldn't secure a Tank Davis fight. So now he's attempting to move up and become a 2-division champion. But even after becoming an undisputed champion, he's still not looked at like that, if that makes any sense.
Definitely does.
All right.
Definitely does. But I'm going to ask you this before I get up out of here. I get this boy up out the shower. Do you think, because this is like his first time fighting at home, is going to do, you think they're going to come out for him since he's fighting at home?
We'll see, man. We'll see. You know, we'll see. You know, I don't.
Oh man.
Listen, if and I don't want these people to take this the wrong way. If we base it off the last time these people were promoting and getting behind shit, and you know, a lot of tickets had to get passed out. So we'll see, you know. We'll see.
Okay, bro. I could ask you about any other fighter, you'd have been like, yeah, they're gonna come out for him. We'll see.
We'll see, man. I don't know, man. But he is from Oakland, San Francisco area, but he's out of Vegas. And when he fought in Vegas, you know, motherfucker's dad got hit with a bottle and shit, man. So it's like, I don't know, man. That's what I said. I don't know, man. Like niggas hit you with a bottle, my guy. Like that's like you know, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We'll see, man.
You know? All right, bro. Yo, I'm gonna let you.
All right, man. Appreciate you tapping in, man.
You got it.
Shout out to Pop for coming through. Listen, we're gonna wrap this up. We've been on for 2 hours. You know, I want to get more. I want to get You know, both Pop and Samad. I wanted to get some Frank Martin people on, man. Cause I've been on record as the killing Frank, man. But I wanted to get somebody on here to defend this, man. Like Edward Dos Santos called him a coward. You had Shakur stating what he stated, but listen, I guess I gotta get in you guys' chats, man. You know, when I see you guys putting these videos out and ask you, defend that, man. Defend this. We are going to close on this. I want content creators that have been running plays for Frank Martin. Please defend this.
Training all the time. You so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears. Cause niggas is pussy. What happened with Frank Martin? He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I never seen nobody more bitch made than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is the most bitchest nigga in the world. Like I done DM'd this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You don't bring nothing to the table. I'm the name. Yeah. So this how much the fight is worth. This man sat there in the DMs after I told him, look, I'm getting this much, you get this much. He tried to act like it wasn't 25%, but it is.
Yo, I'm done, man. Yo, Frank, man. He said you was a straight bitch.
Yeah, Frank, we need answers, man. Frank supporters, we need answers. This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do I know? You know the vibes.
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you. All you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind. You pull that off and guess what? They gonna, oh, he a born winner. He did.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.